Hi guys, here I'm back and this is episode 50 of my wonderful series. It's been a long trip and finally we are here in episode 50 of our series. We are here where we left off in last episode. I've prepared for the world tour that we are going to do today, and basically we are going to start off with the most decorated place where we started this series, and we are going to head out to all the different plots and places I've been and worked on this past year, including some farms, the villager stuff, the the skeleton spawner, and many others, including going to the end and also the nether, even though in the nether I've been working on it recently and it's just the spawn area because I won't be going to a bastion where I've been on places really far. Maybe to the nether fortress to show you for some of you that don't remember, as we have many projects that you'll maybe remember once I'll show them. So it should be time to start up at this village, right? So let me just start off right here. So this is the port of my village, where there will be some ships in the near future, but we aren't here to showcase some ideas. We are just here to talk about what we did. This is what we did in the last episode. We have the port over here with some empty barrels. If we need them for another episode, or maybe just for decoration. That will be the most likely thing to happen. They are here for decoration. So here we have the port with a beautiful shape going around, and we have a path going up from it, and then the path leads to both sides. So if we go to the left, we can reach this place here that goes down to the mine. We'll explore this place in a minute, as I've done some progress in between episodes. If we continue though, we have the option to go to the nether, and also to do a lap all around our village. This is our main thing. Starting off, we have the storage room right here. It has a lot of chests inside, as you can see. I've been trying to get all my items inside, even though I still have a lot of them in my basic house over there, the first one I did in my wall. We can find ourselves a lot of logs. We can also find most of the important blocks that I use for decoration, then some precious resources. However, if we go on the sides, we can see that there is more precious item that I use less, so that's why I add them to the sides. Some of them are just kind of empty, but I've prepared a lot of chests because I know a moss farm has to come at some point. It's a good farm, one of the newest farms. Here we have even some rails. Yes, there should be more rails inside here, because they are right now in my ender chest, even though I don't like storing up too many items that I don't need in there. Here we have some endstone, some netherrack, some gravel. Oh yes, there's some warper planks that I have not moved already. I should be gathering more gravel because I needed quite some in the last episode and I had to go multiple times to search for gravel. And here we have the last set of chests with some meat, some vegetables, and many other items that are here, like pointed dripstone, which will also let us make some kind of lava farm, and maybe even more dripstone with a dripstone farm itself. So this was our storage room right here. After showcasing my storage room, it's time to go just nearby, as we have a zombie right here. A zombie that I catch up on around episode 20 when I was doing this. Unfortunately, this zombie got a taiga sapling in his hand. I didn't want him to have one. I would have preferred him to have a sword. but actually he's fine. He's a zombie enchanted with iron armor that I found over here, and I quite like it. If we go past the zombie, we can see that I have a lot of trees over here to farm up. When I don't want to go to the villager zone where we have the 2x2 trees, we have our beacon that we got in episode 33, if I'm not mistaken, or 32, I don't know. And now it's completely iron because I needed a lot of gold. So it's way more beautiful than when it originally was created with a mix-up of blocks. We have also some bamboo over here because far beyond in that direction we can find ourselves an iceberg and a jungle that I'll showcase maybe later on as we have another tunnel that goes there. For now though, I'll continue showcasing you our village, well, my village, because no one else is playing in this world. We have some cats and dogs scattered all around this place. Here we have quite some builds, and maybe I'll showcase you one by one. No, actually I'll do so. But first off, we have a kind of a place to take water. Even though there's not water at the bottom, this is a kind of a monument statue that's in between our village, because in a future we'll have no trees back there and we'll have plenty of houses over here. I remember just a thing now is that we have some shulkers here. We have one here and we have one another here, and those will let us make a shulker farm. Which, yes, that structure over there was supposed to be a shulker farm, but won't be. I'll just decorate it in between episodes to make like a hot air balloon, but the shulker farm will go somewhere else where I'll be able to do more easily the farm. For now though, let's start showcasing building by building, even though some of them are not decorated inside. The first building is dedicated to smelting. Here we have a lot of furnaces, and we have, yes, a few more inside here if I really need to. Ideally, I need a few furnaces, but sometimes it gets quite kind of slow and I should get a really fast smelter. But yes, usually I don't need so many. Here we have the blast furnaces, the smokings are the regular furnaces. Here we have our dragon head and the anvil that I use most of the time. If we go to the first floor, we can see there is nothing. As I've told you, most of the buildings are empty for now because I haven't any idea to what to do inside. And in this barrel, I believe, oh yes, there was a bow of power 5, which is pretty much the same as I got. But however, yes, I should upgrade this one. And by the way, here I have some shields in my ender chest, which I'll show you later on, my ender chest. For now, I'll just continue with the structures outside. The second structure is right over here. Passed on the dogs that we have. We have a dog called Tom and two others that haven't any name. This was our first pet in this world, so I'll try to keep it as long as we can. It has almost 1 year, this dog, because I got it, I believe, in episode 3 or 7. Yes, kind of a early episode, but I remember recording every single episode, the first 7 episodes, the same day. So it might be that I got this dog the first day and he is already 1 year old. Kind of amazing, right? I should change him their colors maybe to differentiate them better. Now though, we are going to straight up go to the second building, where I have some of the items that I've never moved and I regularly use. Yes, some sand and some stuff that I let over here because I don't know how to store them. Even though, yes, I have a lot of stuff that I could add to the other storage room. That might be a thing to do before starting up the new section of episodes 51 to 100. And yes, I have to tell you now, episode 100 will also be a world tour, and hopefully there will be a lot of changes by then. It might be 1 or 2 years since yes, to reach that episode number. So here we have our main room where I have my main bed. Usually I have this one to sleep, but sometimes when I'm here I use this one because I can respawn over here. But when I use that one and I die, I usually respawn just over here, where is our spawn. By the way, here I have a pillager raid banner that I've never moved. And if we go to the first floor of that second building, we can find ourselves with the enchanting table, which I've been using quite a lot to get aqua affinity and respiration for the episode 48 and many other scenes. Like, I believe Feather Falling, no, Feather Falling we have a villager, but the Unbreaking and some of the protection 4 that I had to gather at the beginning of the game. So here we have our enchanting table. Time to showcase the third building that we have just next to our main building. I believe, no, maybe that one was the first one I did and then this one. Yes, I cannot remember having my base just over here and going building something just over here or maybe here. I don't remember which of them was the first one, but I know for a fact this was kind of, I believe, the last building that I've done all in this village for now. This building serves for the brewing. We can head out inside and we can see that we have a lot of brewing sounds scattered all around. I've already shown you the decoration just a few episodes ago, but I just want to show you again because it looks really amazing with those sun lanterns and every shelf all around. If we go up here we have even more of them, and this is where I usually, or really I should do my brewing, because since I've done the decoration I have not really used it. So this is where I should be doing my brewing. As it says on this sign just here, it says brewing hut, really decorated with some glowing ink. If we continue just in front, we can find ourselves the stable that we did a long time ago. We have some sheep and 2 cows because I've killed the rest of them, as I didn't need to have a lot of cows because it creates lag, so I've killed most of them. Sheep I'll keep the amount that I have right now because sometimes I come here, I use my shears and I take the wool of every sheep. Here we have our horse. It hasn't a name, but yes, I kinda like him. He goes quite fast, I believe. I don't know how to make a test for horses, but I'll get some knowledge for it and I'll try to know if it's a really fast horse or not. But it seems like it is. If we go to the left of the stable, we can find some of the trees that I've done a really long time ago. We have this one and the one just over here, and in the last episode I've added some others. We have our path here to lead to the port with some stones ready to be loaded in some boats that aren't existing yet. We can appreciate all of those leaves that I've added with the port right here that I've already showcased. And finally we reach to the last building, the fourth, because there's only 4, I should build more. I think like a village with only 4 buildings is not quite right. Here we have the way down the mine, I'll just show you in a moment. And here we have the crops that are growing up. I would like to stop them growing so we don't have a fully grown farm here, but I know that is impossible in Minecraft, so I'll let them grow to their full stage. If we go inside this building, there's nothing, even in the first floor. That's why I told you I should do something about my village, because having nothing inside is quite wrong. Then we have a bridge right here which crosses one of the aquifers of the first day when I created this world. This is kind of an aquifer quite wrong from a long version ago, but it's quite fine over here, even though it's not an air cave entrance and it's only a water cave entrance. It's kind of fine because we can have a bridge just on top here with a cat next to it which almost died plenty of time with zoglins coming through the portal. So you are quite lucky to be alive, dude. And here we have the, yes, kind of a building. I don't consider it as such, but yes, it's kind of a decoration here to be able, yes, if I can go up, to see and shoot arrows to maybe someone that will come, but there's no one coming, so it's kind more of a tower of just to appreciate the views, even though we don't have beautiful views as there are too many fences. Fun fact, this tower was done in episode 27, and as you know, there's no episode 27 in my channel. I did the episode, multiple episode, because in those times I was doing almost an episode a day, and the episodes were way more boring. So I did that episode, and then a few more. I uploaded every single episode and didn't upload that episode, and then I erased all the episodes and I realized that I hadn't uploaded that one before erasing it. So yes, I did an episode, I erased it, and then I realized I hadn't uploaded to YouTube. Quite weird, honestly. So those are the 5 main buildings of my main spawn area, with some of decorations like this one and the port. But now it's time to go down the mine, right? Going down the mines is a good trip and adventure, as it's a short trip with a minecart. Because yes, I pretty much like that it's short, because if I had to do that every single time, it would be kind of boring. So really well decorated tunnel. We have some amethyst and some glowberries where we reach here. And this decoration was done, I believe, in between episodes, but it is really cool to have it done now. This is our main cave, which we see that is quite deep. This was made in the first episode. Yes, the terrain was generated in the first episode. And we reach over here to go up to there is the river on top, and we can go through that tiny bit. We went and gone down from this water block, and then we settled an area over here. But as you might see over here, we have kind of a change from the last episodes. I've decorated this place. We have a proper staircase and we have 2 sinks. I'll show you that just in a moment. But before, we are going to go to head out to the bee farm that I've done, I believe, in episode 43, which is still running, by the way, even though there's some chests going around and more bees inside here, which, yes, are unfulfilled. I should complete this, but as there's some losses of bottles sometimes, I prefer waiting. But in the meantime, it works. I've already used some honey, and there's all of this just from this single module, so I don't know if bottles are losing, but the honeycomb sometimes loses. At least the honeycomb I've seen it, but for the bottles I'm not too sure, so if there's no any bottle losing, I'll finish up this farm in this side. But for now we are going to concentrate in the other side, where we have a fulfilled row of modules of honeycomb bees, and we can see how it produces, as we got a lot and lots of honeycomb to use. I'll maybe do a lot of candles, as those will be some beautiful decoration blocks that I'll be able to use. We're almost filled to the brim in honeycomb, so I really have to do something about it. Then we can see that we have a beautiful decoration that we did in episode 43. That's what I like about those types of farm, those small farms, is that you can decorate it really easily and make a really cool ambience. We have a long tunnel here which has a repeating model on each side, but it looks kind of correct. I mean, there's nothing wrong about it, and to repeating, that's really easy to do with a farm really. Especially as I said, if it's small one, because if it's a big one, it's kind of hard to decorate it completely, as there's too many decoration to add. So what is this? This is a truck with my car in, where we can go to different geodes that I needed to do all the episodes. The episode of the tunnels of the Nether, and even more tunnels afterwards. So really, this is a cheap way and easy way to go to each geode. And by the way, yes, it has really grown up. I should be taking those crystals with me. So it's a quite easy way to go and not spend any rockets on tunnels and carrots to go to each individual geode. So kind of good. I should be taking all those crystals, but I have no time to do that now. I'll do it after completing the episode. So if we go even further down, we can go to each and individual geode one by one. Here is the third geode. This one is the biggest one of all. I've not been really long time in my village, and as you can see, yes, it's quite big, and I'll wait a bit more to see it really grown to the max. I would really like to see it really grown, because it's quite amazing to have a big geode like this one. Then if we go just up, you'll see that we have a geode that is really small compared to that one. It's quite funny. Here is the small geode I've been talking about compared to the one at the bottom. You can see it's really small. We haven't many crystals to collect over here, so really big contrast between them. But those are only 4 of the geodes, because the track is quite special. Sometimes it does some weird track loops and jumps to other parts of the track, so that when you go back, like this part over here, you don't go back to the third geode and you just skip and you go to the 5th one, to avoid using too many rails to do a way up and down. Here we'll reach the 5th geode, which is kind of also special as the third one, because it's right next to the geode number 6, as you'll see. Here we are to the geode number 5, and if we continue just 5 blocks down over here, we are already to geode number 6. Quite amazing, right? Those are really full grown. I should be taking them, but I'll wait for all of them to be really grown up, because I want to see how much crystals I can get to a full harvest. Now we are heading towards the 7th geode right over here. We are already reaching. Here's the 7th geode, and then there's the last one just down here. Here it is, the last geode of all. This one is maybe the one that is less loaded, because it's the furthest from my base. There might be even more geodes on over there, but in creative really, where I've been searching for geodes to then go in survival, I've not seen many in that other area of the spawn chunks. So those might be all the 8 geodes that I have in my spawn chunks. Once we reach the cross, we can go back through water, and it goes directly back to where we started. So this is a follow-up of the track. we can get a lot of amethyst clusters and a really beautiful minecart track that goes and does a little big loop.
12 seconds later.
I've been noticing quite a significant increase in the rain in the last version, as when you are sleeping a night where it isn't raining, it doesn't reset the weather cycle, so it rains the next day basically. So you have way more rain and also way more thunderstorms, which is a kind of good thing, but actually a bad thing for YouTube because rain drops the quality, so I'll go to the nether really quick. Entering the nether is quite beautiful. We have spawn chunks right here, and we have, yes, hoglins waiting for us as always. There's no way to get rid of them because they spawn in any light level. So the only way to remove them is adding carpets on top of the ice, which is a really bad idea because we won't be able to use our boats, or just make mob-proof spawning with withers in the overworld for no mobs to spawn in our world. But that is not a good option for now, as I don't want to be activating and inactivating it all the time to go to each mob farm. They aren't causing too much trouble though. There were only 3 this time around, and here no one. Yes, I know, I've left the chest still, and it doesn't look that great. But here we are in our main section of the nether. We have a fortunes going in each direction, actually 3, but this one divides into 2. And we have a beautiful window that lets us look at the piglin over there. And in the bottom here we can see some striders waiting for us to be showcased. We can go up in these stairs right here. We have a lot of hanging vines, lanterns and hanging houses. But if we kill that guy, yes, a really really low HP he had, we can see how we have a hut entry. Oh, why that one was flipped, I don't know. Here we have our entry hut, and we have our creeper farm drop shit. We have some fire to kill the bats, and down there we have a killing chamber for the creepers, which we'll head out in just a moment. And so here I'll kill that guy as well. Just an arrow will be enough, right? Yes. We can see our beautiful houses hanging out in every single direction. Oh, and there is also a piglin living in that house. Pretty amazing, right? Kind of weird. As he's scared of blue light, he's running all the way around and opening the door every 2 seconds, mainly. Yes, and it's quite weird that piglins can open doors, but yes, it's something that happens in Minecraft. So now I can show you the way down to the project we did in episode 47. You can see we have some strider right here. Oh, and we have the other one. He went up. How could he do that? I don't know. Sometimes some weird things happen. But now though, to do what I want to do, we have to go on him. We have to go on this sensor that I've built, and you see it's working. It's working fine. It didn't break at any point, not even in episode 47. It's working really fine. I'm not bad at redstone, don't worry, don't worry. So with this we can go down the nether, and we can go out in unexplored seas, or maybe just have fun with striders. For now though, I'll just show you the paths I use. Just over here we have a tunnel that I had to dig 1 block higher, as I almost died in here. And if we go to this side, you can see we have open lava sea just in front of us. This is our main nether project, but we have way more to showcase in the nether, as when we go right here, just in the tunnel that goes to the south, I believe. What does it says? To the west, but yes, then we turn up and we go to the south. We can see we have a tunnel going down to the nether, even though it isn't finished. So this one is kind of, yes, a work in progress build. Here we have one of the first things we are going to visit, the skeleton farm. But first off, we have the creeper storage farm just here, which really is full to the brim right now. No, full to the brim no, but we have way more gunpowder than when we started building this farm. Kind of good. We have a lot of gunpowder actually. I didn't remember having that much, but really good to have some rockets in our world. So yes, the storage, we have to show the farm, which is right over here, a single module of a creeper farm, which is very well lit up all around to optimize the rates of it. I just got a few seconds on top. Wait, I'll go a few seconds on top now. There should be some creepers spawning, and if I go down really fast, I should be able to see them. Yes, here we can see one creeper, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 creepers went this side, but there are all the sides just over here. So pretty much a good creeper farm. I just got multiple creepers heading out the nether. Maybe we can see that again. I just go up, then I just drop really fast, and if I go this side now, I should be able to see some creepers. Maybe not, maybe I haven't been enough time. Let's try that for the last time. Just go on top, we go down, and we should stop right here. Oh, there was some creepers this way, maybe? I don't know. No, we only could see that the first time, so
Yeah, boy.
maybe we weren't lucky the other times. Now let's turn our attention to the skeleton farm. It's just at the end of this tunnel there's a portal that leads us to the spawner. Here's the portal in the most awkward place. Oh, there was a gas shooting. Wait, where are we now? Why it worked the last time but this time around the portal doesn't work? Has it broken? The gas has broken it? Maybe. Let me just fix that.
A few moments later.
I'm not sure if the problem has been fixed, but at least I've got here by digging down. Here we can maybe hopefully have some skeleton coming soon. There's the spawner just here, the skeletons go up, they go all the way and they drop. They should be one hit right here. With a punch we should be able to kill them. And the dog that was in the nether all the time went through that portal. Maybe because he likes skeletons and bones. I don't know. Really. Please, I would like some skeleton to drop. It would be a really great time to showcase and not waste some time over here. Kind of a simple setup, if the game wants me to. Oh, then they reach. Oh, but he has way more health than that I anticipated. Maybe they aren't one hit, but with the sword, yes, they are. No. You aren't going to get your bones like so, bruh. If you want some bones, just come over here in those chests because, yes, we have quite a lot of resources gathered with this simple setup. You can go away, please. And here you can see how well this setup works. We get a lot of bones, and here there should be some reaching. Maybe we can reach the entire chest of bones. I mean, half of the chest, which is an entire chest, by just clicking right now and killing some. Oh, we got a new bow. What will it have? Power 1, something else if it wasn't that one? No, so it has only power 1, it was a bow. If we kill a few more, we should be able to fulfill the chest, the one with the bow, the bones right here. I just want to do that, and the dog has got back to the nether, perfect. It won't be disturbing here anymore, so pretty good. Let me just kill the last few guys. Finally, we have an entire chest of bones, so yes, quite a easy accomplishment we have done right now. There's a lot of them spawning. I'll kill the last few of them coming through. Oh yes, quite a lot of resources with those few hits. And now it's time to go back to the nether and show you the last few places where I can go with the tunnels. I have a few places, I mean lot of places where I can go. Now, before going to the village that's over there, I have to show you two things in this side. The first of which is if we go really far away from here, just in that tunnel which isn't decorated yet, I should do something about it. We have a dual Mushroom Island, as I've showed you in the two last episodes, I believe. No, two last episodes, no, but in the last episode, we have one over here, and far beyond here, there's a monument, the one that we explored, and another Mushroom Island, so we have a lot of work to do over here. I don't know why I'm scared to get mining fatigue, as there aren't any more dudes over here which can give us mining fatigue pretty well. So let's just go back. Now I'm about to show you the nether fortress that we discovered in episode 10 or 11, just at the beginning of the series. Just at the end of this constructed tunnel, even though there aren't any decoration and there are too many mobs right here, it's quite of lagging a bit. Oh, he didn't die. Quite weird. I don't know if they have falling damage or not, but we can reach the end of the tunnel and we can see another fortress just below here. Here we have the access to the nether fortress with an access down, and if we go just past this tunnel, we should see a lot of mobs waiting for us right here, as those blazes are doing right now. We might die, but at least we got a few blaze rods just from coming here. Quite nice. We have a lot of things we can do over here. We have a lot of wither skeletons to find and everything. However, I won't be staying here too long because I might die honestly, and I don't want to die too far from my base. I should add a respawn anchor over here, but it seems like more dudes are trying to kill me. You'll die, and you should die as well. Oh, I hit you really well from below. Pretty good, pretty good. Just trying to get the last blaze rod and head back to the village this time. Here's the portal where we get in our village. We have a main pathway that is the basic one of the village, so this isn't important. And we go straight up in front with Bell, where nearby we have two villagers staying up all day long and night. Those are the main one for they are the parents of all of the other babies, so you might understand. Here we have a lot of our villages. I should get some more, but actually for now it's fine to have only those few. I believe, no, we haven't any more over here. We should have our zombie just down here, right? Yes, he isn't despawning because he has a name tag. We can see we have some villages with cheaper price, getting siltage, mending, riptide, blast protection, a lot of enchantments. But we also have some other type of villages, as the cartographers, the toolsmiths, and here some farmers with some cheap prices where I get most of the emeralds with the melon and pumpkins, which come from a simple setup of a farm which is working while I'm here, so that's good. And in the other side we have a lot of fletches which will help us for some flint, some string and some feathers. Sticks I don't really like because once you get them to one stick per emerald, they get back the price up really quickly, so it's kind of a short duration trade. However, those 3 ones is permanent as they are in the first trade of the villager, so I can get a lot of feather string and flint. Then I'll show you my chests over here. I have some resources as a lot of emeralds, some random stuff right here with some diamonds including, some iron, some flowers, some glass, even a raid thing over here. I have 3 totems in my ender chest, so don't worry, I keep them safe in my ender chest. Here I told you that this is a farm, but this is another one that I had in the spawn chinks, but I moved, because too many chickens in the spawn chinks it creates lag. So here we have a chicken farm which is working while I'm here. You can see there are a lot of chickens right here, that's why I didn't want to have it in the spawn chunks. We can see how eggs are thrown, and then once they grow up, some cooked chickens and feathers are produced for the fledges over here. Just up we have kind of a setup of an iron farm that works quite well. I should be increasing it because one model is quite slow, but for now I have enough iron in my wall, so this isn't the main priority. Here we can see how we have some iron and poppies, yes, some flowers, and we have a zombie with 3 villagers around that can sleep at night, and we just saw an iron golem getting down that will burn now, and we'll get some iron just soon, right? Here it is burning, just a few seconds more, and we are getting, yes, we got some iron, I believe, even though I didn't saw it. Then just in the desert over here, this is a setup for Halloween that I had for last Halloween. I'll try to use it again for the next Halloween. We have, yes, some Halloween mobs. We have 2 skeletons, and I believe, yes, we have a husk, and that's it. We have only 3 Halloween mobs. It's quite good to have 2 skeletons. This is the rarest mob I have in my survival for now, so I'll keep them safe inside here with the name tag and everything. To finish off, we have 8 model carrot farm just here, which produces way more carrots than I need. So maybe in the future we'll make a really cool way to eliminate some carrots, as yes, I mean, we are getting quite some carrots though. We have plenty of carrots. I don't know why I'm having that many and why I need that much. So I'm questioning myself, what did I do by making an 8 module carrot farm, which basically has some two levels, 4 villages on each corner, and 2 villages, one in the center at the bottom and one in the center at the top, which receives carrots from the 4 villages all around, and every single carrot is dropped down to the storage, so quite a lot of carrots. I hope you loved the village where I've been working the most. Here we can see at the tunnels that some copper is already being fully oxidized, which is really cool, but sometimes we have some pillars quite weird and some others almost done. Quite good, honestly. Now we are going to go just to the end, but before that we have a place to visit at the end of this tunnel, which is the iceberg and the jungle, where I've been multiple times to do quite some episodes. Here we can see how this won't be oxidizing very soon, as the tunnel is quite far and not loading when I'm in the center of the nether. So it will take quite an eternity to have some blocks oxidizing just at the end of the tunnel over here. Then further over here there's nothing else, so for now no decoration is needed. However, once we cross the tunnel right here, we should be arriving at the iceberg where I took all the ice to do the nether tunnels. Yes, quite flat, there was a huge mountain over here of ice. And just nearby we have the jungle where I've been plenty of times. Now that chunks are loading way faster, we can see it way better. Here's the jungle. Quite cool place to be, right? Even though there's some buggy chunks of 1.18 generating just nearby. Quite good jungle with an iceberg. Quite rare to find them together as well. Lastly, if we go to the right when going back to the center place of the nether, we can go to the end. Right here we have a portal, which is really dangerous for now because we could have gassed at any point over here. Then the train loads and we are just in front of the nether hub right here. We have 2 pigmen waiting for us each time when we are here, so quite good. Do you want to go to the ends here? Maybe you like that place, or maybe not. We won't know if you don't go through. Here we should have a pigman. Please, terrain load, yes, here we have it. So now that we are in the end, I'll show you the basic island that we have. We have I believe two access to the end altar because I've killed the dragon 2 times. Maybe I don't remember really well. No, only one. So that's the only portal I have. However, if we go to the other side before running out of rockets, we see our Enderman farm right here, which works quite well. Just getting in, and we have a lot of Endermans. I should be increasing the platform size on top to have more Endermans spawning here, but for now, yes, we are getting quite a lot of XP. I've not been here more than 5 seconds, I believe, and already 3 levels up. Almost, no, 3 levels, almost nothing. Here we can see how tiny the platform is, so that's why I should be increasing the size of it. This setup is quite simple though, to make Enderman spawning and die. Now no Endermans are spawning as I'm on top, but really cool trick. Endermans go to the Endermite and then they fall down. Look at those dudes, even though I look at their eyes, they won't go up here as it is too far. I hope they won't chase me if I go back to the end island. Yes, they are not chasing me, right? No. This is pretty much it about the nether. There's nothing more to do over here, right? I won't be doing an ender dragon fight today.
12 seconds later.
When we get back from the end or respawning, we respawn generally in this area. However, this time I've respawned on top of the stable. Quite weird, right? Next time I will be spawning on top of the tree, or what is happening? So, after exploring and showcasing you all of those places, I believe I've shown you everything that we've done. I won't be showing you everywhere we have gone in the explorations and anything, just the things we have done as farms and buildings. We are going to do the next walkthrough in episode 100 when there'll be more builds and farms, because I'm already planning some in creative. And this is it. We have done a walkthrough of our entire world, showing you and explaining you a bit what serves everything. And here we can say goodbye to this world for, I believe, 1 or 2 weeks, because I want to take a little break. It's also because I have some exams, so I wanted to do this video just before the final exams I have. So yes, in 1 or 2 weeks I'll come back and work once again doing some beautiful and amazing buildings and farms. For now though, this was it. This world tour has come to an end now, so you know what you have to do. If you enjoyed the episode, leave a like, subscribe. This was episode 50 of my wonderful series. This was a special episode, a really cool episode, an episode where you have learned a lot of things. Bye bye.